So, you're 51, a Westerner, and you find yourself drawn to the enchanting islands of the Philippines, looking for love? Listen up, amigo. This ain't your typical Tinder swiping frenzy. The women here? They're a unique blend of tradition, resilience, and, yeah, let's be honest, a touch of pragmatism. Dating in the Philippines, especially as a foreigner of a certain age, comes with its own set of rules, unspoken expectations, and let's call them cultural intricacies. You're not just navigating a different language, you're navigating a whole different worldview. But fear not, my friend. Consider this your crash course, your cheat sheet to the intricate dance of dating in the Pearl of the Orient. From the family-oriented to the fiercely independent, the ambitious to the, let's just say, opportunistic, we're going to break down the types of women you might encounter on your quest for companionship. Remember, these are just broad strokes, generalizations to guide you. Every woman, just like every island in this archipelago, is unique. Let's start with the classic, the woman who embodies the heart and soul of Filipino culture. The traditional Filipina. Picture this. She's probably in her late 20s to early 40s, family is everything. Her bedrock, her safety net, her whole world. You'll find her at Sunday Mass, her rosary clutched tight, or maybe helping her mama run a little sari-sari store. She's looking for stability, for a man who understands the value of commitment, the kind who doesn't shy away from responsibility. Now don't mistake traditional for submissive. This woman has a spine of steel, forged in the fires of hard work and family obligation. She's likely dealt with more hardship before breakfast than you have all year. She's been raised on a steady diet of respect, loyalty, and, yeah, a whole lot of Catholicism. Don't expect her to be impressed by your flashy watch or your tales of drunken escapades. She's looking for a partner, a man who can be the anchor in her life's storm, someone who will treat her family with the same reverence she does. Be prepared for chaperoned dates, family dinners where you're grilled harder than the lechon, and maybe even a few awkward encounters with her titos and titas. You'll be expected to understand the concept of utang na loob, a debt of gratitude that's deeply ingrained in Filipino culture. If you're lucky enough to win her heart, be ready to embrace the whole package, her family, her traditions, her entire way of life. Now let's shift gears to the urban jungle where you'll encounter a different breed, the working professional. This woman's got it going on, she's educated, independent, fluent in English, and probably speaks a couple more languages before you've had your morning coffee. She's traded the rice paddies for high-rises, the karaoke bar for sleek cocktail lounges. You'll find her navigating boardrooms and client meetings with the same grace and ferocity she brings to the dance floor on a Saturday night. She's not looking for a sugar daddy, my friend. She's got her own ambitions, her own career goals, her own condo she's paying for, thank you very much. What she wants is a partner who can keep up, someone who's intellectually curious, globally aware, and respects her hustle. But be warned, she's got a finely tuned BS detector. She's seen her fair share of players, both local and foreign, looking for a quick fling or an exotic trophy wife. Don't even think about pulling the poor little rich girl routine or bragging about your stock portfolio. She craves authenticity, someone who sees beyond the designer labels and appreciates her for the driven, ambitious woman she is. She's not afraid to challenge you, to call you out on your bullshit, and frankly, she'll probably enjoy it. Bring your A-game, both in the boardroom and the bedroom, if you want to stand a chance with this modern Filipina powerhouse. Chapter 3. The Opportunist. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the one you've probably been warned about. The opportunist. She's a creature of the night, often found in the dimly lit corners of expat bars, or sashaying through the throngs of tourists in search of her next mark. She's mastered the art of seduction, playing on the fantasies of lonely foreigners with a smile that could melt glaciers and a gaze that speaks volumes, even if her English is a little economical. She's young, she's beautiful, and she knows what you want, even if you don't. Listen, I'm not here to judge. Life in the Philippines can be tough. Poverty is a harsh reality, and sometimes survival means playing the hand you're dealt. For some of these women, a foreigner represents a way out, a ticket to a better life, not just for themselves, but maybe for their entire family back in the province. But here's the rub, my friend. You're never quite sure where the act ends and the truth begins. Is she genuinely smitten with your rugged charm and vast knowledge of 80s hair metal, or is it the promise of a Western passport and a steady flow of remittances that's got her so attentive? Some are upfront about their expectations, their arrangements if you will, but others? They're masters of deception, weaving elaborate tales of woe and hardship, playing on your sympathies like a virtuoso violinist. Keep your wits about you, your heart guarded, and your wallet even more so. Chapter 4. The Single Mom. Let's talk about the unsung heroes, the women who carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. The single moms. Life's dealt them a tough hand, maybe a broken heart, maybe a bad marriage. But through it all, they've emerged stronger, more resilient, with a fierce love for their children that could move mountains. You won't find them on Tinder, my friend. They're not looking for flings or casual encounters. They're too busy juggling work, childcare, and keeping their families afloat to bother with games. They're practical, down to earth, and they've seen enough to know that love isn't always fireworks and grand gestures. Sometimes, love is a warm meal on the table, a roof overhead, and someone who'll treat their children with kindness and respect. They're looking for stability, for a partner who's reliable, trustworthy, and ready to share the load, not add to it. Now, dating a single mom isn't for the faint of heart. There's baggage, sure, maybe some lingering hurt from the past, and the ever-present reality that their children will always come first, and rightfully so. But if you're lucky enough to earn their trust, their love, you'll discover a depth of strength, a capacity for love and loyalty that's as rare as a perfect pearl. You'll be welcomed into a family that's already been through the fire and emerged stronger, a family that understands the true meaning of resilience, of unconditional love. Just remember, my friend, this isn't about rescuing anyone. It's about partnership, about mutual respect, and being there for each other, through thick and thin. Chapter 5. The Adventurous Younger Woman. And then there's the wild card, the one that makes you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. The adventurous younger woman. She's vibrant, she's carefree, she's got a thirst for life that's contagious, and she sees you, the seasoned traveler, as a passport to a world beyond her wildest dreams. She might be a student, a budding entrepreneur, or just someone who's tired of the same old routine, the same faces, the same expectations. She craves excitement, new experiences, and let's be honest, a little bit of rebellion against the conservative norms of her upbringing. You represent a break from tradition, a chance to see the world, or at least a glimpse of a life less ordinary. She's drawn to your stories, your experiences, your air of worldliness that, let's face it, at 51 you've earned. But here's the thing, my friend. This is where the age difference can be a blessing and a curse. You've got the wisdom, the life experience, the emotional maturity that she might be lacking. But she's got the energy, the spontaneity, the zest for life that you might have forgotten existed. It's a delicate dance, this age gap romance. You're at different stages in life with different priorities, different desires. She might be thinking about starting a family, building a career while you're contemplating retirement, travel, or maybe just a quiet night in with a good book. If you're going to embark on this adventure, do it with your eyes wide open, your heart guarded, and a healthy dose of realism. Outro, a final word of advice. So there you have it, my friend. A crash course in the wild, wonderful, and often bewildering world of dating in the Philippines. Remember, language is rarely the barrier. It's the cultural nuances, the unspoken expectations, the weight of family and tradition that can trip you up. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna misinterpret signals, stumble over customs, and probably offend a few taitas along the way. The key is to be respectful, be humble, and most importantly, be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not, don't try to buy affection, and for God's sake, don't be that guy, the one who thinks he can waltz in here and buy himself a bride. Because at the end of the day, love, true love, isn't about transactions or power dynamics. It's about connection, respect, and finding someone who sees your soul, not just your passport.